What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another Lords Mobile video. It's finally here. Monster Taming has arrived. The familiar system is live on Lords Mobile. Well, it might be live unless you were like me, who downloaded Lords Mobile through the Amazon app, who logged in to actually get quite a nice little surprise. So what I'm going to do is show you a screenshot of what I logged into, which is this. I started building my monster buildings, and after I built quite a few, I thought, hang on a minute, these are lumber farms. That doesn't seem right. So I went on to the IGG customer support, and I said to the chap, I said, well, I'm having a problem with the monster taming. He said, what seems to be the issue? So I put up this screenshot of the lumber farms and said, I didn't know that the monster taming, update was extra lumber farms. And he said that it's nothing to worry about. It's basically Amazon haven't verified the update yet. Play Store have, but Amazon are still doing it. I need to hurry up and get their feet out the mud and get it done. But the workaround to get around this, if you've had the same issue as I've had, is just literally to sign your Facebook up to your account, link it to your Facebook page, download Lords Mobile through the Play Store. Go in, go through the tutorial, log into your account via the Facebook link, and you'll be able to get onto the update because the Play Store's got it up and running. Okay, so that is basically that bit out of the way. So with regards to this new system, you know what? I made a prediction on what I thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be a very, very heavy pay-to-win update because, I've been stung in the past. That's the God's honest truth. I've been stung in the past by other developers of MMO strategy games. And I would like to now say thank you to IGG. I really would. After seeing what they've done over the last few months, bringing out $11,000 heroes, £100 castle skins. With this new update, I was, as most people were thinking, this is going to be crazy. What on earth? And it ain't like that at all. Don't get me wrong, there is a pay-to-win aspect to it, but that's your choice. It's your choice if you want to speed things up or if you want to just go at a nice pace. But there is no restrictions as such to what you can and what you can't do. It just comes down to patience at the end of the day. I'm sure there will be some big pay-to-win players that, like to burn all the small hives up and all that kind of good stuff that will just go in and get it all done. And there will be some big players that aren't like that, but who actually go to the big events like, the Baron events and, the big Kingdom events, who are going to want to get it quickly. Because, that's the way it works. But you haven't got to worry too much about this. I think it's a really cool update. I just want to go through some of the stuff that you may have missed. Just talk a little bit about compositions. Got asked quite a few questions about what buildings people should build. So let's get into that right now. The most important building is the Spire. Okay, this is where you make your pacts and your skill stones. Skill stones are what you make for certain familiar. Certain familiar have special skills, like the skill the Grim Reaper has that kills tier 4 troops. You can't actually level that skill up or I think activate that skill without a skill stone. And that's why it's locked. It won't unlock until you actually summon a familiar that has the requirement of a skill stone. But packs you will need from the get-go. And this is where the pay-to-win aspect comes in versus patience. You can produce anima, we'll get to that in a moment, and you'll also need your original RSSs, all of them, to be able to make or merge the scrolls. There's different packs down the left-hand side. Each pack contains the items within potentially that scroll. And yeah, basically I can make 3 of these at the moment, and it takes 3 hours 40 minutes to make 3. And you can speed that up by buying speed ups. Now, one thing I would say is I leveled my buildings up to level 8. And I managed to get quite a few speed ups from that. So, yeah, don't go rushing into it. Get used to the system first before you start getting any packs if you're going to, okay? In the first couple of packs that come with it, I definitely recommend getting this Territe because he actually gives you merging speed boost, which allows you to get your scrolls done quicker. And he also gives you free fragments every few hours. So I'll definitely go for this guy. The middle ones are RSS, so just choose the one you want for your hyper. And on the second one, I'm only going to go through the first couple. Second one, Aquarius. Definitely get this one because he's going to give you anima production and he's going to give you some stamina every so many hours, every 12 hours, depending on the level of him, will depend how much he gives you. And also Gnome. He does gold. If you've got a gold hyper farm, get yourself Gnome. So yeah, you know, it's all really nice and nicely laid out. It's really nice and simple to do it. Once you've made the packs, you then come out of here and you go into your monster hold. There will be a little symbol on the left hand side. You click on that and it opens the packs and they pop out, okay? And you get the monsters or you get the fragments. We'll go into fragments in just a moment. With regards to how many of these buildings to build, I would suggest just build one of these buildings. You know, you can build two. It doubles the amount of scrolls you can make. So if I had 2 of these buildings at level 9, instead of merging 3, I'd be able to merge 6. But the time increases, so you're just waiting the same amount of time, but you've got to wait a whole 6 hours before you can open those 6 scrolls. Personally, I'd rather open 3 scrolls every 3 hours. So again, it's personal preference, but I would just say build one of those. Moving on to the next building, which is the new RSS building that produces the anima. I will say now, the production rate is crap. It's not good at all. I mean, they've obviously done that on purpose to test your patience and will of nerve to go into the gem store and gem up. But to be honest with you, it's poor. It's not good at all, and you need this. You need this to make the scrolls, and you need a lot of it to make the scrolls. About 30,000, I think it was, to make 3 of the basic scrolls. So you can imagine, you know, it goes up. And then you also need this for the research as well, because there is a new research tree for this familiar system, which we'll come to in a moment. So you need to use a lot of this stuff, and also you can't trade it. If you go to your marketplace or trading post and try and supply one of your guild mates with the anima, you can see it's not there. So I've done that on purpose as well, so you can't make alt farms and farm it. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. So if you're doing this, build 5. I'd say build 5. That'll give you a good amount of production. I mean, at level 9 mine are now making 16,000 an hour. It's not too bad. 500,000 total, and I'll obviously get that up as I level it up. The other thing about this building that's really important to take note of is that the higher you level it, the bigger, if you look on the right hand side, the bigger merging speed bonus you get. So at the moment at level 9, each one of these is giving me a 4.5% boost on how fast it takes me to merge one of those scrolls. So that's good. That's a really good thing. It's good for free-to-play players because it means you've got to wait less time. It's good for paid players because it means you're going to use less speed ups. So definitely worthwhile building a couple of these springs, even if you're not interested in getting the anima from it, if you're going to buy all your packs. We'll go on to the next building, which is the gym. This is a really important building for a couple of reasons. If you're a free-to-play player, build 2. Build 2 because you get an EXP boost from each one. Okay, so mine is at level 8. I get a 4% boost on the amount of EXP I gain to level up my familiar after the training period. Okay, after it comes out, during its training. But if you build a second gym, it doubles. So I get 4% for that gym and 4% for the second. So my total boost is going to be 8%, and it says there 8%. If you're a pay-to-win player and you don't need all these, you know, all these RSS buildings, you could take a couple of these RSS buildings away and build 4 gyms and quadruple boost on your training and get more out of it when you put your, you know, when you put your familiars in there. Okay. Let's go into the gym, just have a little look at how this system works. It's pretty straightforward. With regards to the heroes, because you can attach your heroes to the familiar, okay, to increase the time it's in there. So the basic time a familiar goes in for without any heroes attached is 2 hours. And then like a gold hero will add an hour, and it goes down, I think 40 minutes for a purple, half an hour for a blue. It goes down, okay? One thing I was concerned about was if I attach my heroes to my familiar during a long training period, is my hero going to be unavailable for defending or attacking? That's one of the questions I had that never got answered anywhere I posted it because no one knew. Well, I know now. The answer is no. You can see that I've got 21 heroes attached to that familiar. If I go into my heroes and look, you can see they're all available. None of them have got the orange square on there saying that they're travelling or they're away from the turf, busy. And I have tested it, and gone against monsters and sent a couple of attacks to see if I can still use them, and there's no problem at all. You can use them as normal. Okay, so don't worry about adding all your heroes to your familiars. So let's go back into the gym and let's go in and actually have a look at the familiar itself. Now, in those scrolls, you get a chance of getting a familiar, but you also get a chance of getting fragments. Now, you can use those fragments to level up the skills. Okay, you can see here I've got 4 fragments available to use right now to level this skill up. Now, I've already used 4 and it gave me 25,000 XP. So if I do this now, I've got another 25. Boom, my skill's upgraded, my level up on rolling stones, and that's going to give me an extra 1.25% on my stone production, and the next level is going to give me up to 7.5, and the maximum is level 10, and that will give me a 25%. Now you can see it's gone up now to 74,000 for level 2. So for the first level I had to use 8 fragments. Now I'm going to need 12 fragments, and I can only imagine it going up and up and up and up to be able to get to level 10. So it's not cheap as far as fragments goes, but right now it's the only familiar that I want to level up at the moment, so I'm quite happy using my fragments. Now, if you get the same familiar come out, you don't get 2 of them. As much as I would love 25 plus 25% stone production for my stone hyper that I've got in my main account, what you do get is a rune. Now, these runes are used to enhance your familiars. Now, you can see in the top right hand corner, this one currently is a hatchling. There's 3 different stages. There's hatchling, adult and elder. Now, before you can enhance this, you need to get the level to 20. Okay, once the level's 20, you then go into the you go in here and you use 5 of the runes, and it will take you up to the next stage where it's an adult, and you can then boost it up to level 40. And then again, once you get more runes, you can then get it up to 60. Okay, great, so that's fine. I need to put my charger on. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. Now, once you've leveled up your familiar to level 60, and you don't need no more of them runes, and you've got spare ones, I'm so glad that IGG done this, because they've got a habit of giving you items that you don't need, like cabinet expanders and bookmarks. But the good thing about this is you're actually able to break or dismantle runes that you don't need to make more fragments to use to level up your skills. So at the bottom here, you can see the picture of the rune. Click on the refresh. You can then choose how many runes you want to break, and you'll get fragments out of them. So that's cool. That's a really cool feature. Okay, and that's basically the gym. That's how the gym works. That's all about leveling up and training. That goes for all of that. Okay, the last building is the monster hold. That's exactly the same as the button you press to select your heroes. Just basically an overview of what familiars you've got. I don't think there's a limit to how many you can put in there. So that's the monster hold. And it's also where you have to go to open your packs. When you make a pack, it will appear on the left hand side here. You click on it and then the scroll will open and you get what comes out of it. Okay. Now, I did mention there is also a research tree. There is also a research tree, which is the familiar tree down here. There's loads of good stuff in the familiar tree, including subsidiaries to reduce the cost of anima and resources to do the scrolls. Anima harvesting, which is self-explanatory. It's going to boost your anima production. The packs are in here as well. Research to give you better merging speed. Training speed goes up. Membership basically allows you to put them in for longer periods of time. Lots of good research. Now, the couple I want to talk about, first of all, is skill experience boost. When you add a fragment to a skill, you get 25, or 4 fragments at the moment gives me 25,000 EXP. That gives you a 5% boost on that. So it's going to get you to your higher levels quicker if you have that research. Although, when you see how much it is, I lost my excitement when I saw how much they give you. That's going to be a costly research, 5%. It's not a lot, but hey ho, you know, it is a boost at the end of the day. Durable wards. Now, when you go into your update, you'll see some information come up, and it will tell you a bit about the new update. Make sure you read that, because I read this, and that's where I got it from. Basically, when you're attacked by a familiar, a level bar goes up in your base. When it gets to the top, the ward activates and stops any further familiar attacks. Now, I don't know how long that initial shield lasts for, and I don't know how many attacks you're going to receive before it gets to max. But that's how it works. It's a prevention to stop someone abusing these familiar abilities, okay? And there is research that allows you to go in and extend how long that lasts for. The extension is 2 hours. I'm going to hazard a guess and say the initial shield that comes up, once you've been attacked a couple of times with a familiar, will probably be maybe 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours. And this is going to increase it by another couple of hours. So I can't imagine it being any less than 2 hours when it first activates. But we'll soon find out. I really don't know yet. So that's basically that. So it's not too bad. A lot of people worried about, you know, the Grim Reaper coming in and destroying your base and zeroing Brenchon and all the rest of it. I think a lot of panic ensued, and I think a lot of misinterpretation took place with some of the screenshots that were shown, including myself. I'm guilty of it as well. I saw the screenshots and thought, oh God, you know, it's going to be the end of the game. But I think it's far from it. Like I said before, I think this update's good. I think it's added a lot of strategy to the game. It's added a completely new dimension to it. And for me, for one, I'm very, very pleased to have this update on the game. And I'm very happy that they've made it very free-to-play friendly, as well as got a little something there for the pay-to-win players as well. It's nice that they've done that. So yeah, you know, kudos to IGG, you know, it's a really great update. A lot of work's gone into this, you can tell it has. And yeah, I'm really, really impressed by it. So fantastic stuff. Keep it up. We want a developer that looks after us, you know. We don't want a developer that takes us for a ride and rips us off and makes us buy this great stuff and then, you know, brings out new stuff a few days later and makes us obsolete. We want a developer that looks after our community and does the best job they can by us. And you know what? I think for the most part, I think they do that. You know, everyone's got their flaws. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone's quite happy to poke a hole at the developer, you know, when they've got a problem. But overall, I think what they've done here is great. I'm really happy with it. The whole update is just fantastic. And that is going to basically be it for my video today. If you want more information on the monsters, just go in there and look at them, read the skills, choose the ones you want. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have not already subscribed, please make sure you smash that subscribe button and leave a like, which always keeps me motivated to make more content and videos for yourselves. But I will end this video by saying, hope you have a very good day and peace out, my friends.